Welcome to howtopam. Today we're going to show you how to change the background image if you're using the Bootstrap Main of your b2evolution content management system. Now if you installed b2evolution and you chose to use the Bootstrap Main skin for your main home front page, you'll have this image in here on your main front page. Now if you don't like that image or you want to personalize it a little bit, you can do it and change it to this type of an image. You can change the background in here any way that you like. Now to do that, what you're going to have to do is go to your web host where you uploaded your site and get into your file manager from your web host. And once you're into your file manager, you're going to find your b2evolution install. Now it should be right here, but I have my b2evolution in a subfolder. So I'll go into that. Now here's the b2evolution subfolder. Now that background image for the b2evolution main skin is hidden away inside a folder called media. So we're going to open up the media folder here. And then we will see there's a folder called shared inside, and we have to go inside of that shared folder. And then we see we have a folder called global. So we'll go inside that folder called global. Now you can see here a folder called sunset. And inside that folder called sunset is the actual background image, which is called sunset. So let's open that folder, and we can see we have this sunset JPEG in here. Now if we wish to have a look at that, just to make sure, we can pull it up here, and you can see I've already changed it. So that's my image that's in there. Okay, now of course it's an image file, so we can't really edit it here. What we're going to have to do is actually view that, and if you want, okay, once we viewed it here, we can right mouse click, get some options, and save that image on a place on your computer here. So let's just save that image to the desktop, and we'll save that. Okay, now if we look on the desktop, here is our image. From there, we can right mouse click on that image and choose the properties. And we can see that image is fairly large. It's 2897 pixels by 1936 pixels. That's important because our new background image that we're making will have to be that size, 2897 by 1336, if we wish it to show properly inside our b2evolution content management system. So let's go ahead and open up a program, an image editor like GIMP. And let's find our new background image that we have here. Okay, so we'll open up a background image that we have, and I think I have one in here somewhere. Oh yes, here's a background image picture. So I'll just take that. That's right out of a camera. That's a camera shot. And you can see it's quite large, 1.7 megabytes. We don't want to use that file size. That's way too big to be loaded. So what we'll do is we'll open up our image. Now, remember, we want to make our image the correct size. And that was 2897 by 1936 pixels. So let's go ahead here and let's resize this image to 2897. Okay. 2897 pixels. And now we can see we're 2897 by 1936. So we only want to be 1936 here, but we want to leave our image in proper proportion. So let's scale it to this. Now you can see here that our image is only to be 1936 high. So we want to be 2897. We've changed the width of our picture to 2897. And we only want to be 1936 high. This way here. So let's go back and have a look at what our image is. Our image is 2897 wide, which is good, but it's higher than what we really want it to be. We want it to be 1936. So let's actually choose the select tool here, and let's take some of the image that we don't need out of it. You can see in the bottom left corner we can see what we've got for pixels there, and we want to be 1936. You can see the number 1938 41. There's 1938. Okay, that's pretty close. It's only 2 pixels off. So let's go ahead and choose image here, and let's crop to the selection. Okay, now our image is actually, let's just check it out here. Let's go back to 2897. Let's undo that crop. Let's enlarge this here. Okay. Let's move this out a bit to the edge of our picture. Let's move this out to the edge of our picture. Let's move this down. Take out what we don't want. Okay, let's crop that. Let's go to image here and let's see what we get here. 2897 by 1998. So let's undo the crop, and we're a little bit large here, so let's come up a bit, just a few pixels. Now let's choose image here, let's crop to selection. Now let's go back, choose image again, let's scale it to see what we've got. We wanted 1936, we're 1941. Okay, so we're the right width and we're about 5 pixels too long, but that's okay. Okay, we can live with that. So if that's going to be your background image, then you can save that image. So what we want to do, now remember that image, if you look at the size here, is 120.1 megabytes now. It's way too large. So we want to save this image for the web in GIMP here. And if you have a look, this has changed the image drastically, down to 810.8 kilobytes. So let's go ahead and save that, and let's put it on the desktop as well. Let's give it a name. Let's call it new background. Okay. We want to save it on the desktop. New background, and let's push save. Okay, now we can see that we have our image there, resaved. And let's just check the properties on it. And it is, according to the image properties, it's 1897 by 1941. That's pretty close to this one. This one here was 1897 by 1936. You can see now that our new image we made is the same width, but we're only 5 pixels larger in the height. But that won't matter too much. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this image now. And let's close GIMP, the photo image editor. Here's our new background picture. So now what we'll do is go back to our file manager here, and we will end up uploading the new picture into this folder. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is bring in a program like FileZilla here, an FTP manager. And we will connect to our website here. To our web host. And once we're connected to our web host here, we'll have to get into our file. And our file was, on my case, my b2evolution is in this particular folder. Okay, and then inside media, and then inside shared, and then inside global, and then inside sunset. Okay? Okay, we're in that folder now. We're into the right folder on our blog. So now we go into this side, and find our desktop, and here's our new picture. So we'll right mouse click on that and upload that into this folder here. Okay? And you see it's on our website in the folder now. Okay? So we can close out here, and we can go back here, and we can refresh this directory here, and we should see there's our picture in there. Okay, so now we know what's in there, so we can satisfactory close all this out. We've got our folder uploaded, and we can go back to our blog. Now your blog likely has this here b2evolution background of sunset on it. I've changed mine already. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to our collection dashboard to change the picture. We go into the back office and we find our front home page here. Click on the front home page. Okay, and this is what we have on the home page. Front home page here. Mine is called Welcome. Let's go to the skins. And here you can see that you can change the link for the background image. Here's the folder, shared. We were in media, shared, global, sunset, and the image that is showing right now is called sunset. But we called ours new background.jpg. Okay, so we'll change that file there because we're in the same folder. We just put our new image in here, so we're just changing the image name, and we'll save the changes. Okay, now you see this is a little thumbnail that represents. It's got nothing to do with the new picture you uploaded. This thumbnail, you could make a smaller image and replace that thumbnail if you want, but for now it says success. Our skin settings have been updated. For now we have put the new picture in here. It will only be the big picture on our front main. This thumbnail we have not changed. Okay, it's in a different folder, and if you wish to make a smaller image and change the thumbnail, you can do that as well. So now let's go back to the front office here. And there's your new image in the background. Okay, so that's all there is to changing your background image. First, find out the size and the folder, make a new image the correct size, upload it to the same folder that's within the b2evolution content management system with a new name, so that you don't destroy the one that's in there in case you want to use it again. And then reset, okay, reset your settings on the skin for the front home, which is under skins, and I will change the name here, save your changes, and if you have to, change some of your color options for your text, and then save everything. And when you go back to your front office, there you will have your new image displayed. Okay, it's as simple as that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial from howtopam. Thanks for watching.